Welcome to The Impossible Shift, the podcast where we explore how small shifts in perception can create extraordinary transformation. I'm your host, Jennifer, author, storyteller, and believer that the most powerful change begins from within. Each week, we'll unpack one of the core pillars that shape this journey, from confidence and abundance to possibility and transformation. Together, we'll uncover how seeing yourself differently can open doors you once thought were impossible. So take a deep breath, open your mind, and let's begin the impossible shift. Reclaiming your body is not about appearance. It's about ownership. Ownership of the body you disassociated from, the body you blamed, the body you carried here even when you didn't know how to carry yourself. It's about returning to the physical self with compassion, sometimes for the very first time. When I first started getting sick, it took a toll on me, mentally, physically, emotionally, because it challenged everything I thought I was, the strength I thought I had, the version of myself I believed I had to be. I had spent so much of my life valuing my looks, my appearance, my physical beauty, and suddenly all of that was slipping through my fingers, vanishing right before my very eyes. And in its place emerged a version of me I didn't recognize. A version that I felt foreign, humbling, traumatizing. There was a moment where I looked in the mirror and I felt a wave of disgust. I didn't know how to process. How could that be me? How could I become someone my old self would have pitied or ignored? And it took a long time to accept that new version of myself, to stop fighting her, to stop punishing her for the body she existed in, and to finally, slowly, find harmony with her. But then something shifted. I started noticing what was still there, what was still strong, what was still capable, what was still carrying me day after day, even when my mind wasn't. And once I softened, once I allowed myself to love the body I had instead of the body I remembered, it felt like a quiet transformation. Suddenly, I wasn't a victim of circumstance anymore. I was in charge of my own destiny. Maybe I couldn't do everything I used to do. Maybe I wasn't as physically strong as I was before, but I was strong in different ways. Strong in ways that don't show up in the mirror. Strong in ways other people leaned on and admired, even when I couldn't. There's a beauty in that. There's a beauty in learning to love yourself, not for what you wish you could be, but for who you are right now in this moment. Because when love, not shame, becomes the foundation, you gain the strength to become who you want to be. If you want to change something about your body, change it. But let that choice come from a place of compassion. I love myself enough to become healthier. I love myself enough to make this shift. Not, I hate what I see. I have to fix this. One is punishment. The other is liberation. Your body is not your enemy. It is the home you've survived in, the home you're growing in, the home you get to return to over and over again until you finally realize you were worthy of love here too. Thank you. Thank you for joining me on the Impossible Shift. Remember, the world mirrors what you believe about yourself. As you explore these pillars, notice how even the smallest perceptual change can create a ripple in every area of your life. You already have everything you need to make the impossible possible. It all starts with how you choose to see yourself. If this episode inspired you, share it with someone who's ready for their own shift. And until next time, keep believing in what's possible.